I want to go. Got a new hat. Should I be allowed to do this? This is loud, you know. No, can't do it. You should hear me do it outside. I got to lose the nervousness. One person shows up and I already am nervous. Like I'm not going to perform properly. And you're here, I'm here, and you know, I want to perform. Why do I have to get nervous? It's like people are counting on me. And I don't want to waste anybody's time because we don't have much of it. And then some people just loathe around and they're not sure what to do with their time. Sometimes it's the mental anguish. Other times, whatever the circumstance, I mean, I can see you one time or another saying, oh my God, I don't know what to do. And other times you can come here and listen. And it's just how much information can you take into one mind before you must get out of the house? And what's so ironic about what I just saw right now? I'm just trying to find another dice cube here. Just give me a second. Wow. It's funny the way I go all over the place with dice, you know, so. I got a couple. I'm going to have to go find some more dice. I like them bigger than this. I mean, I don't even know where Jamie Altered Images dice are, you know. I take them all over the place. I think I left one at my son's. Well, he won't forget me. Just think of Altered Images. So I got a whole bunch more of dice. And what can we do? When we have three, right? When we have three, 1 and 3. When we have 3, we can just push that right through, right? We can just keep going down to the levels, and the levels, they'll just be passing. Just keep going down, and this side will be 4, that side will be 6, and what will be passing is 3. No, 2 will be passing right through there. What's going to be next? What can possibly be next? Can 1 pass through there if 6 was over here? No, it can't. Can 3 pass through here if 4 is over there? No, it can't. Can 5 pass through here if 2 is over there? Yes, it could. 5 can pass and 2 can pass. Can anybody else pass here? Absolutely not. And the reason for that 2 is passing is because it's 2 on one side, but it's 5 on the other. The reason why 1 can't pass because it's 6 on one side, 1 on the other. The reason 3 can't pass is because it's 4 on one side, it's 3 on the other. So all we need is these 3. We don't have to have any others. You want to change? Well, these are the positions. I didn't make anything up. Those are the positions, aren't they? Hold on a second. Hold on. I want to see. Maybe I got it wrong. Go over to the calculator here. And where's my position? So I got number 4. It's over there. Got number 6. It's over there. So they're across from each other. And I got the 2 below it. Well, I can reverse it and just do that, you know. Not that hard, right? Not that hard to set it up, right? So I don't need. So the vice versa side, if I was running a DNA strand, okay, because for me, a dummy that doesn't understand or know anything about it, we would set this up like this. We would set it up like this. And the question is, why isn't there anything in between? Well, because the DNA is twisted, and the in-between is the lost twist. It's the transfer from the top to the bottom. This is both on the same side. When I twist this, they'll both be on the same side. It'll be on the same side, but this one will be upside down, or this one will be upside down. 6 and 1, 7, 5 and 2, 7, 3 and 4, 7. And I started a design that comes from Roulette on how this formates. HIN1, it's all in the numbers. We have to show the whole world. When time comes to an end, we all start to waken up and start to see the things that were held back hundreds and thousands of years ago, that trickled out and we had to learn on our own. But we need to open up our hearts, and then our hearts have to be taken over. How you take over the mind through hundreds of years, and it's an obligation through creation in the house of recreation, arts and entertainment, AMC and GameStop. That's why they're hot right now. And they should stay hot because there's no stopping them. When the bulls are out, you don't stop. And if the rules and everything becomes fair, we're looking to go high and way up. Otherwise, you're not looking way down. You can go way down or way up. Okay? If the Arizona audit comes in and good wins as the truth comes out and it was a failure for who? When the truth comes out, it's a failure. When the truth comes out, it's a failure, isn't it? Right? When the truth comes out, it's a failure. Tell me. When the truth comes out, it's a failure. How is that possible? Because the person who knows the only person who really knows the truth came out is the one who told the lie. So when the liar sees the truth, he is doomed. He is no longer a truth sayer. He becomes the truth slayer. Therefore, no one will ever believe you, depending on what kind of lie that it was. There should never be a lie, because everything is so calm. If you build the people up based on the truth, then nothing will deceive them. Nothing will trip them out. If I knew the entirety of this planet, nothing would scare me, because I would already know. I already know what I don't want to happen. But then again, when you open up the can of worms and you mention one thing to one person, every time you tell this one person, when you're eating beans, okay, that's someone's poop. Once you hear that, I bet you somebody on watching my videos right now hears that and says, I ain't eating beans no more. No way. I ain't eating beans no more. No way. But in the exalting of the reality, beans, B-E-A-N-S, or just a bean, is actually un bon, which is a candy. And the reason for that is because I love this. I like to take A and E and then switch them up and just use the O letter. A and E, okay, equals O, because it's the first and the fifth letter. It's Area 51, and it's at the heart of everything. Space Area 5, the one dot. How does this one dot connect? How do the suits connect in the deck of cards? How do the suits connect in the deck of cards? You tell me. You tell me. This is my new hat for today. Had to get my new hat. You know what I'm saying? Hey. I'm like one of those. Woo! Should I be turning these up right now? Whoop! Should I turn these up and I become the ram or something? Woohoo! What's going on? Right? Should I be turn them backwards? Whoa! Okay, just keep them in there. Hold on. Don't want to lose this. Don't want to lose my hat. Right? I'm thinking. I know we're only two of us only here, so hey, you got to see it first. Should I put it a little bit further back? Okay, so one of the reasons A and E is O, it's the first and the fifth letter. The 15th letter is the letter O. Therefore, it gives me the reason to change it. 3 times 5 equals to 15. 3 times 17 equals to 51. 3 times 5. 3 times 5 equals to 15. 3 times 17 equals to 51. 15, 51, or 33 by 47. In rotation of time, Q heavens quarters. Q heavens quarters. 17th letter and the 08 letter and the 26th letter. 26, 34, 44 equals 51. Headquarters is MARS. 13 plus 01 plus 18 plus 19 equals 51. There are 3 times and 1 letter. 3 times 27 equals 81 Venus, and plus 27 equals 108 Venus of the red sun. So I can either do that or go straight to 108. And you do know the octagon is in the 10th month. The 8 star octagon, October, is the 10th month. So the octagon October is the 10th month, 108, or 2 times 54, or 113.5. The letter M and E create 18. R equals mare, and this is equal to the ocean. Because ocean and mer in French. Now we add on, I think it's MER or MERS, but it doesn't matter because the minute you get to the 18th letter, okay, the 18th letter automatically engages the S letter. The S is the 19th letter, and the ES as an add-on, okay, is the 24, and the 24 total, 5 and 19, 519. 519, wherever that area code is just talking about how life lives in Mars, to the 19 spirit on the farm, E-I-E-I-O. These are the letters. Talking about this one, how do we create that? We create it through the spirit and the cycle of the creation of the gate through Mars and Saturn, which is also noted as DC, or the 7th gate. Why do I want to say that? The 7th gate of man, sorry, because man is the cycle of 28, which is the 7th gate of man on the moon. I can't write it here, man on the moon. 7th gate of man on the moon. Sputnik also went there. Potatoes are telling me something else. They went down, everybody was in some kind of ship. They all went down and they all took scuba diving classes in order to go up to the, you know what I'm saying? In order to go up into space, like you knew exactly what it was like up in space, right? Because you've been there before. So you knew if you went down into the water, it'd be just like up in space, right? Because you're not sure and you're sure where gravity is. How do you know? How good were your instruments back then? How much better was somebody else's instrument and all the instruments that come onto the market that are marketed and we buy them? How many of them fail? How many of them go back with defects? How many tries do we get? Try again. And what is the success rate? You will never know because nobody shares. You know, if you share a lot amongst many, you'll know the truth. And not only will you know the truth, you will know everything that does not function, and you will be able to make the corrections for the better of all mankind. But right now we have our minds all sectioned off because of the things we think we need, or whether other than the understanding of things we want, because of all the time that we do not have on our hands. And for the people who have too much time on their hands, what is altering their mind of not being able to continue on with the world that was set before us according to how we felt when we were young children, as long as we were treated with the freedom of respect of a child and not slain to a let's get on with the story. So we have these two equations. This is 1 and 7. This can be 3 times 8 equaling to 24. So the 24-hour day on the house planet is created through number 17, which is Q, Mars. 17th letter is Q, Mars. And when it's not only Q, it's also HQ. And 2 and 6 also create the 8, and that is your Z. So your headquarters is where? Where is your headquarters? H, Z, Q. How can we make a Q out of this? I didn't put this straight. Can we make a Q like this? And this line that's going through is wrong. It could be an N that also goes to this, because the reverse, the same house as the Z is the N. But would that make me turn the design this way? I'm just thinking. Okay, we have the 8 star. We talked about that. We talked about the sex organ and the junk in the trunk. This is all the things in our life are supported through the organs in our body. So when they say you have got any junk in the trunk, right, you have to understand, open this up. What does it mean, junk in the trunk? Where have they used it on TV lately? Because we've been woken up a lot more lately, okay? And what is being transported? Do you know that the number one science in the world is found where all the toilet paper is? That's right. That's right. The number one science in the world, the one helper, the greatest thing in the whole wide world, right, is the reason for toilet paper. That is the greatest gauze and toilet paper. All I want is the shit, coming out of you. You show me all that, I can tell you everything that came out that's no good. I can tell you exactly what your body's like because of what you exalt. Not only do you exalt from your mouth, not only do you exalt yourself by the can I say what your actions, but you exalt when you the fermentation through your whole body coming out your other end will tell you more or less a lot about you. And we already know through science why people are different ways the way they are. Anyways, I took some dice cube out before, and I was talking about any 3 numbers. I can put 6 here and 5 here. If I put 6 here and 5 here, oh, I'm not seeing my chat. Okay. Hey, Robin Ledford, yo. Hey, oh, got to do that. Yo. Hey. So, yo, hey, so you have come to Earth's heart. Things have been divided. You are 8 and 5. You are from the spirit matrix of Earth and Mars, which is a combination pulled together through Mercury and Venus combination. And the reason for that is because this dice over here, and I don't want to use that one. I don't like that dice. This one over here shows me that Mercury is between Venus. Now, because Mercury is between Venus, we now have to go to Luna. I'll come back to this page. We have to go to Luna, Deimos, and Phobos. We have to look at Venus. We have to look at Mars, which is 2 times reverse Venus. And we have to look at Mercury. Numeric value of this is 103, 81, 51. I didn't do ever these 4, 5, 9. This is root 66. You see, this is space, and this is root 66 through the sun. P and H come together. The only other, there is another F. Has anybody ever seen this F mentioned? The control of the half-life, 22, the 4th cube. 20, sorry, it's the 2nd cube. The first cube, 1 cube equals 3 times something. Okay, let's say it's 3 times 7, it's a week, equals to 21. And that's because I'm putting a day for every dot. But there's a possibility that if the 6 was played up, we cannot count every dot because we have to take away the 1 dot. So if the 6 was up, it's a whole complicated math equation you hear, and I'm not sure if it's, so when 6 is up, 1 is down, you have, I'm going to just give you the total over here. It'll be 14 and 6, okay, and it'll be 20. And 5 and 2, we're going to go up, down. And when 5 is up and 2 is down, and this is not even true. When 5 is up and 2 is down, you have hold on a second. Take away 2. You got 19. You got 19 and 2. When 4 is up and 3 is down, and don't forget you have to have up and down now. 4, 15th letter, 19, W23 equals 42, and the 14th letter equals 56. 10, 11, up and down. 10, 11. And the division on 3 cubes, the division or the average in gaming on 3 cubes, 3 cubes. Below 10, above 11. And the thing about this is you can go to Celsius and Fahrenheit. Not only that when you come to, hold on a second, when you come to 21, you can play with the dice. How much you got? I got 11. Okay, you want to pull 1 card or 2? Well, I'm going to need 2 cards to get close to 20. So I take another shot. Look at that. I got 21. So maybe we'll play blackjack that way. I don't know. We can create some kind of game. 4 is up. That'll be 17. 3 is down. That'll be 3. So it'll be C, Q, B, S, T. T, S, B, Q, C. That's what it is. And on this side, you're going to have A, B, C, D. See the way C, D goes together? And here you're going to have E, and then you're going to have F. So we've got a BB. We have ES. We have AT. This is communicate. No, we have FT. 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 Over here we have 3, 3. So 2, 2 remain the same, and 3, 3 remain the same. But if 2 was up and 5 was down, here's the new equation. Are you bored of this? You want to leave? Here we're going to go. A tracker. Explain it to me, please. So if we have 2 up, 5 down, 3 up, 4 down, 1 up, 6 down. So 1 up, 6 down, 15. 6 is down, well, 15 and 6. The next one will be 4 down, 3 up. So it'll be 4, and the 3 up will be 18. No. No. 4 down, 17. Sorry. How to get that? Be 17. And with 2 up, right, and 5 down, you will get 16 and 5. Okay, so what you're getting over here is 19 and 2, or you can actually say 1 and 2 or 7 and 2, because 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. Here you're going to go 8 and 3. So this goes with one of your last equations where 3 times 17 equated into Mars. I make everything go into 3s. One of the things about 3, okay, one of the things about 3 is that, let me see if I get this right. What happens with 3 is we get to take part this way in the other groups equally. 3 to itself, 1 and 1 on each side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it becomes 5, 3, 5, 1, 3, 1. This is your cycle to pass the moon. Do you see this? This is the moon cycle, where we go 31 plus 13 plus 31 13 plus 31 plus 13 equals to 75 equals to 57. And it's not really me that does this. And this is going to, I mean, for those of you who have been long enough, who've taken notes, who've listened to thinking that whatever I'm saying makes sense at all in any way, then you do know that if you look up orphelin in roulette, it's going to relate to these numbers that accumulate, saying 1776 and 57. And why do I say the moon? Because the moon and Mars are numerically connected, as well as Great Britain's flag of Union Jack and Heinz ketchup, or anything to do with Heinz. Anything to do with Heinz. So we're going to get back. I'm going to go get a drink right now from the fridge, probably a fruit drink, and I'll be right back. You know what? I'm going to take some water. But you know what? Maybe I can turn it into a real fruit drink, eh? Give me a second. I'm going to put the blender on, make a real fruit drink here for 2 seconds. You got to get this in here. Just give me a second. I'm thirsty. Water is warm. I'll throw it in the fridge. I'm not in the mood to drink anything else. And I hope I remember what I was talking about when I get back in a minute. So. You know what? Now that you can hear me, if you're still there, you know, everybody gets a commercial break. So this is my commercial break, right? It's like a commercial break, no? This is what happens on TV. See, normally on TV, there's a commercial that comes on and they're trying to sell you something, right? Okay, we're back on. So where were we? Yes, we were going to go and calculate the numeric value for the 3 moons that are out there. Do I want to count other moons? I sure do. I'm really interested to know more about Pluto, but does Pluto have any moons? I think it does. But I like to use Pluto as a primary thing over its moon. And I'm going to use both of them anyways, but because they seem to negate the value of Pluto, and sometimes they say it's there and it's not there, because that's what it is. It's there now, and I'm born, and then it's gone. It's part of the cycle, the extremities of the cycle. I mean, there's other things that are there that are not there. Every single night, the sun goes away. Where did it go? It was there, and now it's not there. Funny that the sun is not there at night. How come? Such a huge, huge, huge ball. Not there at night. Night comes, boom, sun's gone. Oh my God, where's the moon? And the moon is funny because I can see the moon during the day. I can see the moon during the night. I practically see the moon all the time. I've seen so many things about the moon. You know what? And the moon is a two-parter. I know. You tell me all the things about the moon. And the first thing you learn when you're a child, and we're all the children of God, is your buddy going, I'm going to pull a mooner and a wedgie. Hold on a second. A mooner and a wedgie. And I like to think of wedgie and Reggie because of what they do in cartoons and what children do. Oh, look here. It's Wani. Well, wait a second. It's not Wani. I mean, I had an argument with a 3-year-old kid. It's not Wani. It's Ronnie. No, it's Wani. Yes. I go, it's not. I go, it's Ronnie. Go, it's Wani. I go, it's not Wani. I know, it's my name. No, my mother called me Ronnie. On that noted vibration, what vibration is going into a child's mind that he says that the child says a W sound rather than the R? And how did the Spanish alphabet come up by saying, hey, you know what? There's no more B's. It's now all V's, because the vibration is all humming like a bird, like Muhammad Ali said, in us. It's our vibration, and the V is for life as the 22nd letter. At the 22nd letter, you enter into the 4th week. That's what I wanted to say earlier, right? 22 is the first, 22nd day is the first day of the 4th week. See, it's 3 weeks, 21, and 1 week 7. 1 week 7. It's almost like playing cards. Oh, I got the week 7. Yeah, I got the week 7. So what is actually happening? You see, where's my 21? Where's my 21 dots? My 21 dots right over here. Right there. And we only need to use 3 of them to know the situation. I'm going to redo that, and we're going to get back to the moons. I'm going to show you the situation. We're going to put 1 over here. I know I asked you before if you can possibly join in and tell me what the 4th, what should go over here. Someone tell me. I mean, there's 5 of you out there. I mean, I hope you're not all robots, right? Oh, you do know it's Shabbat is long today, right? All Shabbats. We're all Shabbats. Bash bot. Shabby bot. Shady bot. Robots. Robots. Because of the orbit of the moon, the cycle that the many religions seem to follow. So anyways, we have this one here, is that what it was? Or was it this one here and this one here, correct? Okay, and nobody, close your eyes and move it. Hold on a second. I'm going to show you something. If the 1 is here and the 3 is here, what number goes over here? Come on, you're 5 of you. Come on, somebody's got to say something. Robin, come on. You say B? Is that what you said? Is that what you said? Did you say B? Well, guess what? You're absolutely right. Now, I'm going to mix them up, right? I'm going to mix them up. I'm going to go. You're going to shake them up, okay? And look at that. Okay, one of them doesn't belong, and it's this one here. Should be a 2. And if you put a 2 here and you put a 6 here, what will you put here? It's an obligation. It'll either be a 3 or a 4. It's up to you. Usually in this formation, you want to put the 4 because the cycle of that formation is like that. Okay, so that's why I'm putting it. If I changed it, what would it change? But anyways, now what we're going to do, we're going to take 3 more. And now, if that's there, what goes here? I'm going to do the crisscross flip of the DNA, just like I showed you on the mat here. If the 4 is here, then what has to go here? 3. If the 6 is here, what has to go here? I hear you. I hear you. 1. If the 2 is over here, then the 2 has to go over here. I think that we might have to put the 5, but if you're looking at it at face value, I like to use 2 and 2 because of the extra levels. First, you follow what I'm saying? Every time it moves, the dice rolls over. Roll over. You're in the pound key. Oh, look, that's the pound key, isn't it? Look at those lines. There's the pound key, right? Inside are your boxes. Inside the dead center is that 5. That's a funny 5 center, right? 5 center. 5 cents. Oh, it's a 5 cents. Okay, the 5 cent piece. And what is the 5 cent all about in Canada? The 5 cent piece, study it. And then the 5 cent piece in America almost looks like it has the same design to it. But inside the 5 piece, it's 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6 come together, as well as 2.5 and 7.5, 3.5 and 6.5, 4.5 and 5.5. Okay, so that's the basic 1.5 and 8.5, as well. 3, 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, 2, 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 6, 5, 9, 5. Okay, just let me separate everything, and I will explain what's going on. Okay, I'm going to explain what's going on here. Okay, is that 1 and 9 equals 10. They all equal 10 added. Okay, we're just going by the addition. I just want to work with this right over here because this is your 2, 4, 6, 8, right? And it's where the 3 shows, right, that it's lined up this way to 3, or it's lined up this way to 3. It's lined up that way, we have 4 and 6. When it's lined up this way, we have 2 and 8. According to the dice cube and the dots on the dice cube, if I drill a hole on every single side, only the 1 will show 7 and only the 6 will show 7. That's your 77th Christ from one side to the other side. Everything else is telling you the story. You only can use either these 2 are void or these 2 are void. It's either this way or this way. The obligations are given to us in the items. A child has to be able to manipulate this to see it on their own. We are the children, and as we grow up, if we are shown all these items, we will learn instantly from children because these are the easiest games. Because I got out of school, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you, I got about a 43 average in school, okay? I only failed gym. I mean, I failed, I think, every single class, even gym, you know, failed everything. Isn't that fantastic? The science of school means it works. You learn how to do everything different, irregardless if it's their wrong answer. It's not your wrong relativity. The relativity to understand the difference, okay, should not, you should not be diagnosed for getting everything wrong because everything right was the difference of what nobody else saw. And that is what you see. And one of the tests I failed is because I got up to go to the bathroom and they failed me on the test. And when I went to gym, they told me I had to do stuff about sports, and I brought the sports section, and they threw me out of the sports class. I was told to stand my ground, and I was standing in the middle of the hallway when the principal walked right into me and looked at me and wanted me to apologize for him walking into me. And I told him, I can't apologize for you because that would be plagiarism, would it not? You learn to respect and respect all the time, but when you have to speak, it doesn't mean you're disrespectful. When you have to say something and talk over somebody because they haven't stopped talking and they keep getting the whole thing wrong, teaching and telling other people something about you, and they're completely wrong, sometimes it's better not to stop them and let them put their foot in their mouth, and sometimes stop them before they begin. Have the discussion, because it is in the discussion that avoids all arguments. So what I did here is 2 and 8 is 10, 5 and 5 is 10. 7 and 3 is 10, 5 and 5 is 10. 6 and 4 is 10, 5 and 5 is 10. 9 and 1 is 10, 5 and 5 is 10. 7 and 2 is 9, 7 and 3 is 10, 5 and 5. So all the 5s create 10. 7, 3, 6, 4, 5, 5, 8, 2. So these are all how everything is interlocked between each other through the 10. And when all these things are interlocked, okay, and it is the star system because it links from this system over here, this dot. So my question in that dot, is it lined up this way with the dot this way? Or is it lined up this way with the dot this way? Okay. But all these things are going to tell me all of these. And the half space is here. See, the cycle of 28, if you base that on all reality, it's 3 times 28 is 84, and that is Pluto. And then 1 plus 28. And I'm going to look at the 13 or 73 out of that. Reason why? Got to think about that. 1 times 28 equals 28. So we have a 3 and we have a 1. So I'm adding 8. 8 and 4 plus 8 equals 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3. And this one equals to 10. But all zeros equal 6. So add 1 on and create 73. Nai, Bi, Ru. Or we can also say in Beirut. In the streets of Beirut. So we have Nibiru, in by the streets. We did this piece over here connecting to the moon, did we not? 535, right? 535. The reverse of this is right here. 7 and 3 and 5 and 5. 3, 5, 3, 5. This is your connection to the moon, and this is what happens with your 3s. You can extend it, but it's going to tell a different story. And how will your moons connect? So I have to build the design because it's got to pass through a system. And you can't just guess. It can't be guess. It's an analog system. I think when it goes digital, maybe we won't be able to see exactly what's happening, but you can't get away from the basis, not the bias, but the basis of what all creation, when it comes to an end, is all being transferred onto maybe some new digital system, so that eye tracker, the whatever you want to call it, can pick up everything that's ever happened in this world till the end of time, the truth of all, and the reactions of all, and put together a scenario to read exactly what's next and what to do. But you can't do it because the story never ends. It's a never-ending story of pi, okay, in which the only thing that can happen is just a change of strength. For where when first 1 was the ruler, now there are 98 as the rulers, and 1 and 1. 1 balance of all, balance of 1. So anyways, that's what these numbers do. So anyways, we have Demas, which also says dice. It also says seismic. Anyways, let's do the numbers. Okay, this is telling me about pink. SOME, me, equals R, to sleep, Sommeil means to sleep. I mean, I know the letter L is not in there, but I believe there's somehow some combination in here that will create that. Mide. This DE is the sun or the fox pass, which is relative to OF, which is the 15th and the 6th letter, the passage. I like to say the passage of, we should say the student. You can also look at it as the egg along with the F. How would I do that? How would I do that? I make a capital O, and what can I do for an F? No, I'm thinking. I know the actual F is like that. Anyways, okay, stay away from there. Whatever. I don't want to get into that. I didn't practice. We also say die, as in cube. Like one die means one cube. So we're going to total it, 4 and 5. Oh, and this one here was 66/66. Where the sun comes in, the 4th and the 5th letter. Okay. In English, it's O and F. The 15th, 1 and 5 is 6. I'm trying to keep this as basis as possible. I create 66. Interstate was replacing Highway 66. Okay. When it replaced it, they put Interstate 80, which is similar to running 66. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Is my history wrong? So if this is right, let me just look on Google, because Google seems to know everything, and I only work with everybody else's information. And hey, Google, which interstate runs parallel to Highway 66? Will Rogers Highway. What was the original name of that highway? Is Route 66 the same as Highway 40? Oh my God, they're screwing me up. Completed in 1926, Route 66 winds 2,448 miles from Chicago, LA, through most of the western states. Route 66 follows Interstate 40, which eventually replaced by much of the road. In some cases, remnants of 66. So I want to see this because I thought it was Highway 80, but it doesn't matter anymore because I'm going to explain to you something about that. Okay, so 2448. So seeing that I'm wrong, I'm going to show you on the map why, and this is embarrassing, but in French, they say 4 times 20, and it actually does run that way. I'm going to go to Google Maps. Just 1 second. See, duplicate. You see, I missed a step. In French, they say 4 times 20 or 40 times 2. 420. 40 times 2. What is Route 66 now called? It is now called Interstate Highway I-40. The federal highway designation US 66 was decommissioned in 1985. Interstate 40. I need to see Google Maps. Google Maps, Interstates USA. Very embarrassing. I've been using 80, but it is a house planet. What happens to 46? I'm going to do a little numerology on 46 so I can make up for something that I can't, but I probably could. Is 46 equals to 24. And it's funny because the miles on it, okay, miles on Route 66, they say is 2448. And that is the son of day of area space. 4 times 6, 24. 4 plus 6, 10. It creates number 34, creates DC. So isn't it funny that I'm running with Highway 80? 80 is the house planet. Now 46, which because 40, okay, becomes 46 because all zeros equal to 6. And I'm starting to take into account something, that all the numbers in the alphabet, A, so instead of it being 01, it'll now be A 51, B 52, C 53, D 54, E 55. E equals 555 because it is a 5th letter, okay? And 55 because instead of putting 5, now when it comes to F, G, H, and I, when do I go? Do I go F 56, okay, and G 67, H 68, and I 69. Either use one of them or both of them. For the value of y0 equals 6, the 5 in itself retains the 1 dot in the 6. But what the 5 does is it makes everything in between everything. It cuts everything exactly in half. I want to be above or below. With 4, I am below. With 4, I am above. With 6, I am below. Let us look at this equation. 6 times 5 equals 30. 4 times 5 equals 20. 7 times 5 equals 35. Okay, you see this, what's going on? Now, we're going to use 4 and 6. Okay, I'm going to use this again. I'm going to use a number 4. 6 times 4 equals 24. 6 times 3 equals 18. 6 times 5 equals 30. So we have this as the in between. So when you go 6 times 5 is 30, anything multiplied by 5 will be half the number you multiply it by. So this becomes half this number. So this is below half this number. You don't want to be above half this number, which would be 6 times 6 equals to 36. And this is now 1 time above the center number when the multiple becomes 6 and not 4. Do you follow me with this? Does it make any sense? The 22nd day, the chicken is already hatched. This will give you 3 weeks. It's accountable for, where did all the dice go? Oh, there they are. It's accountable for these dice here. We're going to be going over something else with this. I think I forgot. We have 3 weeks, 21 days plus 1 day equals to the total of 28 cycle. 28, 17, 39. 7 times 4, Jesus of time, equals 28. 7 plus 4 equals 11. Minus 28 is 17. Plus 11 equals to 39. This will equal to what? This will equal to 1. This will equal to 2. So alpha, beta, 1 and 2. Through Jesus of time, God creates 3 and 9. A1, N14, G7, E5, L12. 575. 1.575.3. In between 1 and 3, which is the spirit in Venus. Shows you right here. Can't take away from it, right? You turn it this way, it becomes on the cross, or this way, sleeping in bed. But squarely, it creates the division. There's a lot of things going on. What is the answer? 7. Oh, this is the moon. Again, back to the moon. 12, 12, 3, 2, 12, 24, 34, and 4, 38, and 1. Angel is number 39, the 10 angel. A, B, C plus D. So that would be A, B, C equals 6 plus D equals 10. The reverse on the cube is exactly the same. The 6 and 4 on the cube, as the 4 and 6 we talked about over here, is telling the story, right? Is telling the story of man, of the bar mitzvah. Of the bar mitzvah. There it is. So what is going to happen when I pick up these 4 dice, right? And I turn it over. Your left side is going to show 6 and 4, and where the 6 and 4 is going to show the 1 and 6. You cannot make a mistake. They gave all this to us on a silver platter. So anyways, this is and then it shows you the D. recreates a new one, an upside down, and then it becomes your spirit of 76 in your freedom of 55. You're 55, you're 55, you're 45, you're 65. All these link together. They link together through 9, 5 and 2 and 5 equal. They link together through 10. But in all actuality, 7 and 2 is 9 and 1. 3 and 6, 9 and 1. 4 and 5, 9 and 1. 1 and 8, 9 and 1. It's all about 9 and 1, spirit of the church. Why? This becomes 3, and this becomes 3. Sorry, this becomes 7. This becomes 3. So now we're going to go 7 and 3. When you start a new roulette board, the first number of the new roulette board is 37. It's 1 is first, 37 is second, 36 and 37 is 70. There's going to be 72. The 73rd, okay, is the third. The next one is 100, 36, 36, 36, 36. 36 is 100. The 109th is the next one into the spirit. This is your fourth board, and it'll be 7 and 3 1, 7 and 3 1, and this is showing me 2 cubes. And if I would go one more 36, I'm just trying to let me see, 1 to 36, 37 to 72, 73 to 108, 109 to 144, right? And this equals to 1 day. So this is only one part, because 4 times 360 equals to 1 day. And you have the 8 hours a night and the 16 hours a day. There are 3 parts to the day of 24 hours. Although this is also the wrong time, and this is not the right time. There's maximum 16 hours a day and 90 minutes to each hour. Where am I? 8 hours. So this would be 3 parts. 4 by 36 equals 1 day. 1440 is that, right? So you're creating 4 in 1. You have to divide it up into 3 parts. So that would be 3 parts. So that would be 480, 480, 480, 0, 888, 24, 12, 1440. That's the way the day has to be broken up, with 960 in rotation and 480 sleeping. So it becomes I 96.0 and H 48.0. And the reason for that is because the H is the night, it is the sleep, and this is the day. This is your 9, and this is your 8. And it's created by 44. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 plus 4, 8 equals to the 24-hour day. This is how I get this. And this is created by 2 to the power of 3 and 3 to the power of 2 equaling to 98. There's all kinds of stuff going on. All kinds. I don't know when to stop. I want to show you these 3 dice again, but again, I need something to drink. Back in a second. I don't know anything, but if there's something that I say that you think you need, or that makes sense and it makes you happy, that you're listening and you're watching and you're gaining, and we're not only that, is that participating through the trueness of your hearts and wanting to better the understanding of reality and truth, that you can share with someone in your own version, to where you are convincing enough, telling the truth, that somebody will see that there is a truth, and it'll be believable to be passed on to the next, until we all begin to wake up. This is all about the wake-up call. This is all about the wake-up call. I didn't want to do it too loud for too long, but we're going to put these dice back on the table. Is anybody saying anything to me? Robin, can you check to see my messages? Robin, Dennis, is a sin. Yep. Buzzing around them buzzing bees of Muhammad Ali. When I get into the ring with you, you'll see how your vibration stings. Muhammad Ali. All these all our memories, things we've heard, how they play a role in our lives. It's just unbelievable. Okay, let's go on to the next part. We just hit an hour. We're here an hour. So we have finished this area, 96 in rotation. This is the percentage sign. It is in the rotation of that, area 51. Why is it in the area 51? Because of the artwork. And we take the artwork and we're going to base it on area 51. How are we going to do this? Let me think. Let me think. I'm thinking. Why is it area 51? Well, it's one dot, and it's area 5. 4, 19, 29, 39, so the dot's an angel. And it's in area 5, and it's a cat. And it's 5 in 9, because that's the way it is in the deck of cards. And what's ironic about the shape of a deck of cards, I'm not sure if I can go back and look at the reason for the shape in the deck of cards. Oh, yes, here it is. Because the cube's on an angle. And when you encompass the angle or put everything into a frame, which is expressed to us in our picture cards, okay, everything on this planet is telling you a story. The story you know, the story in the instructions, and the story from where the story came. And this is the tilted truck turning a corner. Okay, and here is your dice cube, right over here. And not only is it your dice cube, it's in the center of roulette. Okay, and it shows a Y. This design over here is the expression of number 85, which also is 58 and represents 3. The blue world, because 5 by 8 is 40, 5 plus 8 is 13, equals to electric company, because the numbers 5 and 3 come together. I go back somewhere in my book, into my book somewhere, and I see where number 5 and 3, well, we just did that, so I'm not going to go back. So you see where the card ends up coming in, because the cube gets turned on an angle. How do you put one cube inside the other cube, right? So we see this over here, and then we can see that on the outside, right, are our 3 dots. So we have the 4 sitting this way, and we have the 3 sitting this way. So it could be something or the same thing from 2 different worlds, and we match up 4 and 4. Or will I match up 4 this way, giving me a true 7? If I turn the cube on an angle, okay, you know what I'm saying? I get, you know what, hold on a second. I don't know why I did it this way. This is completely not the way I wanted to do this, but anyways, it creates the IH. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to, you know, do anything like that. Anyways, whatever it is, what happens is the 4 and the 3 go together. How can I do this? 1, 2, 3, and then I'll put on the 1, 2, 3, 4. And when they go together, what they do, okay, they now represent, and I always thought the dot should go up here, right? 1 here, skip a space, the dot here. Let me do this. I don't know which way to do it. It sort of bugs me, right? And then we can do this to this, to this, to this, to this, to this, to this, and we can create this out of the design. And not only does it do that, okay, in basic, right? Because it's actually, if you sit it, it's not really that far off. So I'm going to count it the same. I'm not sure if I should, or I can create it larger to see the difference. But when you do that, this will now represent this and this. So 3-4 DC, or the 7th gate of Washington, D.C., or the CDC, who, of what you're talking about, is represented right in here. And one of the reasons for that is because I'm going to do it again. You take the 3 dice and you put it that way. So you go ahead and you make 1 dot, skip 1 dot, and a dot, and you just put another dot here. And then you take the 4 and you do it. How many was this? This is a whole block. And this is a, oh, did I do this right? Oh, I put it in the wrong spot. I put the spot in the wrong spot. And then you put that here. And now, 1, 2, is that far enough? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Does this make it square? How do I get this square? I need this square. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a total of 5. So it's got to be 5. I can't be 5. How do I be 5? Can I be 5? Oh my God, I can't figure it out. Wait a second. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. No, that doesn't go there. Hold on. Wow, this is so confusing. Can I do that? That one's up there. Hold on a second. On this side of it and on this side of it. Whoop. Hold on. 1 second. This 1 second. Okay, I skip 2 and hold on. I skip 2 to here and skip 2 to here. So I put this one in between. Oh, okay. This one has to go here. This one has to go here. But that's not square to be the 4. That's not good. Let me do the 4. 1 here, not here. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Okay, that's the 4. And now I'm going to put the 3 in the center. So that 3 in the center, if you look at that, that's the same 6, right? And you flip it over, the 1 is in the center. So 4 and 3 DC will create that. But if you create this bigger, if you make this bigger, it should look more like this. That's the way it should look. And this is found, I'm not sure if you can see all the way down there. It's underneath the chest. Oh God, okay, just let me go and see if I can move the chest. And this is not proper because this is not rectangle. It's over there, right here. Here, right here. See it? Can't pull that anymore. Sorry about that. So, in all actuality, when you do it, you're actually creating the cube. You can see the cube, right? If you look at it on the proper angle. See the cube? Let me see if I can get that. See what happens when you put all the lines in it, everything seems to disappear. So hold on a second. Didn't get that done right. And yeah, basically that's it. So that's what happens when 4 and 3 come together. I mean, in my tactical way. So now you have 4 and 3 together on top of each other. Did you know the word George is 57 connected to the moon? Soros says half 50-50 gold. Okay, let me get back. Elephant in the trunk, junk. 6.5, 4 balls, 3 strikes. This is my last video in time. Apollo, I don't think we talked about, they missed the vision. The moon vision, they missed it in Zion. Pearls and oysters. Did we talk about time being in sections of 20s? 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, according to what's on ice, hockey rules. We're going to get to this. This is the roulette. And this is the basis. Just let me turn the page for a second. Cornwall is in Ontario. It's in the United Kingdom. They use the same names in other countries in our province for a reason, on purpose. Is it true or not? Dr. Roger, this is not how you spell it, so just tell Google what it is. Shabbat, robots, we did that. Mars, well, we didn't finish Demas. What were these numbers here? Numbers in row. Oh, yes. When it's 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, when it's the lower part of the alphabet, right? We always say it's 1, but it's actually 0, 1, because if you have pocket change, it'll be 0.01, and then you would have 10 cents, and you would go all the way up to 26 cents. Okay, we're not going to go higher than 26 cents. I'm not sure if you want to count the 9 numbers plus 0 in numbers. There's a scenario for this. One of the reasons is because of the number 80. In French, they say 4 times 20 to get to it. So this 26, the only reason it's 26 is because 20, okay, equals to 26, all 0 equal to 6. So that's the way I have to move it. And not only that, Earth's number is 25. It's funny, eh? 25 and 26 equals to 51 Mars. YZ, close your zipper or something like that. 78 equaling to the gateway, which is created by 1 times 7, 1 plus 7. So another thing for this is that 4 quarters equals $1. In this situation, you have to add 4 pennies. So you would have $1.04 or 10.4, and that is your rabbit ear communication, or it's JD. And JD was created with your ABC6, adding D equaling to 10, knowing that D4 was the difference, and showing you on your dice cubes, okay, if we want to work with 6 and 4, we already know that the reverse of 6 and 4 is, where's the 1? Is 1 and 3, and 6 and 4 reverse, and you get the same odds from 1 and 3 and 6 and 4. So now your 6 and 4 that creates DC is telling me about the bar mitzvah. And as well, it's telling me about the letter B. The bar mitzvah and the letter B, or the bat mitzvah and the letter R. So the woman becomes the R. The man becomes the M. The man becomes DC, and the woman becomes high on the creation of the red sun. Makes sense, doesn't it? Call it Nibiru. There's one part missing in here together. The 13th and the 14th card is the king 41 and the queen 62, equaling to a total of 103 Mercury, or 58. Silver Matrix Mercedes. We did not finish. Am I going too quick? There was also 168. They mentioned 168 somewhere. Remember, 168 is the week. Okay, it's 168 that surround this one dot. It's 168 plus 1. That's Monopoly. That's the minimum side. That is the smallest size of the board. But it can go smaller. The Monopoly board can go smaller. And the reason for that is because I drew the board out. And once you draw the board out completely, I'm just going to make it in small size. The end result, okay, on square paper is this section is 40, this section is 48. Together creates 88. In between here, okay, it is 80, and here it is 1, creating a total of 88 plus 80 plus 1 equaling to 169. This is our passing route. It is all divided up by the train tracks into sections. And the reason this board is separated this way, and it's not by my wanting that it separates this way, is it because all the corners are square. And if all the corners are square, then all the properties are rectangular. You can't get rectangular and square out of just a couple of 40 squares. You can't go rectangular around the corner. You go square, so it's automatically 4 and 2 is the minimum size. So you would end up with 18 and 18 and 18 and 18 equals to a total of 36, and 36 equals to 72 squares, and then 4 in each corner, add 16 equaling to 88. And that's the minimum size of the a Monopoly board, and the basic Monopoly board is 20 by 20. So if I measure a 20 by 20 board and reconstruct it this way, will it come out to the size I want, or should it be a little bit bigger? Well, I measured the board and the properties are larger than my design, and my design is the smallest of all design. That would give us a distortion to the understanding. Do you follow what I'm saying? The board is not, this is the way I created the board, right? And you do understand that surrounding a one square, when you surround it with three numbers, you create two hearts, heart and heart, twisted and tied together, creating your cube. Anyways, and you do know two hearts anyways, created over each other creates 88, right? Or 808 bicycle cards. So when you come back to here and I'm lost, oh yes, this is 4, this is 2, and this is 2. So that's your Monopoly game. And I say it's smaller because when you measure the board, it's actually more or less, I don't really remember what it is, but it's more than this size. It's bigger than this, the 20 by 20 board. So it's going to tell me a different story. We didn't do Demas yet. 4, 9, 18. See the first two here equals to the third one there. 18, and this is 31, 41, 46, 56, 65, 19, 34, 44, 47. We've got the connection in Jesus. I like to count them this way, then start with the letter in the center, 9, and then go 9, 9, and then 13, 28, and 19. And I can cross out the S because the S is almost like an add-on. If it, depending on which word it is, it could be demo or demo. Okay, it's a cube demo is what it's telling me. It's half a cube demo, and it's root 66. So anyways, 19, 34, 44, 47, 56, 61, 65. So I got that right. Okay, now Phobos is 28, which is created. The cycle is created by day and night, because of 4 times 4 equals P, 4 plus 4 equals H. Um, 24, 15, O and E come together, a pin the tail on Eor. 24, 15 is 39, so Fo, that is mentioned so much around the Asian Pacific, is already talking about the angel. Straight relationship. Total 15, 23, 39. E-bus. It's the E-bus or the subwoofer. I don't know if it's the SUB key. 1942 and 5 is 47. Wow. 47. Jesus angel. The cycle of the moon. So the total is 86. The house planet of Phobos. The house planet of Phobos into the sun of Phobos. Diamond equals to 65. 7 equals to 65. SEVEN. Well, it's actually 46 and 19. 14 and 10 is 24, 34, 44, 46. The S letter 19 I added separately. So we have 11. We have 39. The total is 104. The total is 95. 104 and 95. 104 and 95 are replicas. These, okay, can be found right here. 6 and 4, 10 equals to 1 and 3, 4. Or it can be found here. 5 and 4, 9, okay, equal to 3 and 2, 5, because 5 and 4, 5 and 4. I don't have to do anything. They gave it to us. Good old Lord said it was going to be in the Word. Said it was going to be in the Word. For me, it is. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I want to thank you for being here, for those in the present, for those in the future. Let's make Jew a pie tear, but let's not. Because if you make a Jew a pie tear, you're putting a wedge into the earth and you're dividing it up. It's already a pie tear in our minds, a panther in our minds that we have to make a decision. Let's make the right one and stick together. When you know what that's right, find the tricks.
Find the tricks that's in between, all the in between.